Everybody, this is Shawna Odette from the Flying Cat Academy. Welcome to lesson number 94. In this lesson, we will introduce the student to a new vowel diphthong, OU. Let's begin by setting up the table. You'll need your top 160 sight word list, and if you finish with that list, then you can move on to the top 290 word list, which you can find on the flyingcatacademy.com website. Go to the guided lessons section and you'll see two sub-pages. Choose extra resources. You'll need the Sight Word Study Method teacher instruction sheet as well, and the student's sight word card pack, some blank index cards for introducing new sight words, a highlighter, markers, and some pencils. For the phonemic awareness drill, you'll have the teacher instruction sheet and the tiles for the student. For the visual drill and auditory drill, you'll have the teacher instruction sheets and the student's card pack. For the blending drill, you'll have to have this one set up on the table, although if you don't, I will provide it in the video as well. Magnetic letter tile drill instructions for reading and spelling, plus the cookie sheet with the letters spread in a rainbow shape are needed. Then you'll have the syllable pounding instruction sheet, the new phoneme grapheme kinesthetic discovery sheet, and the sheets for the lesson. In addition, we'll have two sorts. One will be on the two different sounds of OO. Is it oo or And the second one is on the new vowel diphthong today, OU. And there's two common families, OUT and OUND, that we will do a sort for. In addition to all of that, we might have a timer on the table, and you'll need this if you've introduced the fluency element. You'll need a secondary program to do this. Let's begin with the sight word study method. Student, could you take out your sight word card pack now? Please read through all of the words in your card pack. When you read a word correctly, you'll put a check mark in the corner of the card. When you're finished reading through all the cards, hand the card pack to your teacher, and then it's your teacher's turn to read. When your teacher reads a word, you will write it down. And after the word is written correctly, use the other corner of the card and put a check mark. Teacher, you're ready with blocking strategies in case the student encounters difficulties. After you're finished with the activity, have a quick discussion about which of those words has been mastered. The mastered ones are removed from the card pack. This leaves space so that you can introduce a new sight word. Let's do the phonemic awareness drill. Student, you're going to need your colored tiles for this one. Your word is boot. Can you repeat that word? I might say, I put on my cowboy boots. Boot. Now I'd like you to build the word boot with your colored tiles. And then tap it and say it. Did you put down 3 different colored tiles? If you did, that's right. Okay, find the t in boot. Change the t into a and tap it and say it. Did you say that your new word is boom? I heard a loud boom in the distance. If you did, that's right. Now find the b in boom. Change the b into a r. What's your new word? Tap it and say it. Did you say room? If you did, that's right. Now take away the from room, and what are you left with? Tap it and say it. Did you say roo? If you did, that's right. Okay, you can put those tiles away, and let's get ready for a new word. Your word is crook. Can you repeat that word? A thief might be called a crook. Okay, I'd like you to build the word crook with your colored tiles. And tap it and say it. If you have any sounds in that word that are the same, then you'll use the same color. I hear a k at the start of crook and a k at the end of crook. So I would have 2 of the same color, one at the beginning, one at the end. All right, if that's crook, I'm wondering, could you take away the first k in the word crook? Just remove it, and what are you left with? Did you say rook? If you did, that's right. Now take away the from rook, and what are you left with? Did you say ook? If you did, that's right. Now put a sh on the front of ook. And what is your word? Tap it and say it. Did you say shook? When you tremble, he trembled, he shook. Yep, that's right. Okay, great job. You can put your tiles away. Let's do the visual drill. Student, what sound does this one make? Did you say O? That's a vowel team. If you did, that's right. Teacher, do about 6 to 8 flashcards in this way. Let's do the auditory drill. Student, your sound is O. Can you repeat that sound? Now think of all the graphemes that you know for the sound O. What can make the sound O? Think of them all and write them down. As you're writing them, say O again. And once you're finished, underline them and say O one final time. And then we'll check your work. I can think of 3 vowel teams that can make the sound O, and I can also think of just one vowel. So did you get OA, OW, OE, and just O on its own? If you did, that's right. Okay, teacher, do about 6 to 8 flashcards in this way. It's time for the blending drill. Your teacher might have this one on the table all ready to go for you. This is the drill where you tap it and say it, and then your teacher changes the card and a new word is revealed, and on you go with the tapping and saying. If you don't have this one on the table, then not to worry, you can just keep on playing the video and I'll provide it here. Otherwise, you can just press pause. Let's do some syllable pounding. Can you say the word astronaut? Now, how many syllables are there in astronaut? To find out, you can put your hand under your chin and say the word. Your chin will hit your hand, and you'll feel that you'll feel it hit for every syllable that's in the word. Or you could just stretch out your arm and tap your arm as you say the word, and stretch out your fingers, shoot them out for every syllable that you hear. So let's do it. Astronaut. I hear 3 in that one. How about this one? Bootless. If you have no boots, you are bootless. I hear 2 in that one. I hear the oo in boot and the eh in less. How many in crew? I hear 1 in that one. And how about this one? Crooning. Can you repeat that word? If someone is singing, we might say they are crooning. I hear 2 in that one. Okay, I would like you to take out your syllable scooping sheet, your worksheet. And teacher, you have an answer key provided, so you can take that out. Student, remember to talk through your thinking as you're working on this sheet. It's time to make some word sums. And we have 2 worksheets with charts on them to help us with this. Teacher, you've got an eye on the time, so you'll know how many words can get completed. It's a good idea to try for 1 word sum of each syllable type at least. Okay, student, remember that it's a great idea to talk through your thinking and discuss those great big rules that apply to the different syllable types as you're working through the word sums. Now we're going to do a sort to review the different sounds of OO. Remember, it can say oo as in boo or as in book. We'll tap it and say it, and we'll sort it. So that one would be 2. On it goes under the oo side. Now look, you remember that if the OO is followed by a K or a D, then we're often going to get that sound. So that's your clue for if it's going not to go on that side. And on you go. Let's move on to the new content part of the lesson. Today we're going to learn about a new vowel diphthong. This one is OU. OU makes ow. Can you say that sound? Imagine that someone gave you a pinch on the arm and you would say, ow. That's the sound it makes. One of the most common words, you'll see this one all the time. Let's tap in and say this word, knowing that this is ow. It'll be out, out. OUT is a very common pattern that you'll see in words that have the OU saying ow. And there's another pattern, OUND, which also says ow. In a later lesson, we'll be learning about the second sound of OU. But today we're going to just focus on the two main families that you're going to see, the OUT family and the OUND family. And we'll do a little sort, and it'd be a great idea to sort the words into, are they OUT at the end or OUND at the end? And then at the end, your teacher's got an eye on the time, and it would be a great idea to read through as many as you can as well. Do that activity now. Do the magnetic letter tile drill for reading. You'll need your cookie sheet with your letters spread in a rainbow shape for this one. Student, your sound is ow. Can you say that? Now find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. Can you say t? Now find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Now tap and say the word. Did you say this word was out? I will go out the door. If you did, that's right. And it would be spelled O-U-T. It's that common OUT pattern. Okay, if you have out, just leave out where it is. And let's put a on the front of out. Can you say that sound? Now find the correct tile and put it on the front of out. Okay, and we want one more. So can you say t? Now find that tile and pull it and put it right in front of the Now tap and say the whole word. What do you have? Did you say trout? A fish is a trout? That's right. Okay, put those ones away and let's try a whole new word. Can you say ol? Now find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Can you say ow? Now find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. Can you say d? Now find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Tap it and say the whole word. Did you say that this word is loud? The opposite of soft is loud. If you did, that's right. This word is spelled L-O-U-D. Now I'd like you to read the single word list and then the short story. And after that, if your teacher has introduced the fluency element, that's where it'll go. Do all of that and then come back to me. Now let's do the magnetic letter tile drill for spelling. Student, you're going to need your cookie sheet with your letters spread in a rainbow shape. Your word is cook. Can you repeat that? I might say, I will cook dinner. What's the first sound that you hear in cook? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. What's the next sound that you hear in cook? Find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. And what's the last sound that you hear in cook? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Now tap and say the word. Did you spell this one C-O-O-K? If you did, that's right. This is that common pattern where we have O-O followed by a K. And that makes it say the sound of the double O. What happens if you remove the K from the word cook? Without the K there, the double O is going to make a different sound. Can you do that now and tell me what the word would be? Tap it and say it. Now it would say coo, like a bird says cuckoo. And it would be spelled C-O-O. Okay, great job. Put those tiles back and get ready for a new word. Your word is found. Can you repeat that word? I might say, I found a pencil. All right, what's the first sound that you hear in found? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. What's the next sound that you hear in found? Find the correct tile or tiles and pull them to the middle. What's the next sound that you hear in found? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. And what's the last sound that you hear in found? Find the correct tile and pull it to the middle. Now tap it and say it. Did you spell this one F-O-U-N-D? If you did, that's right. Now I'd like you to grab a pencil and some lined paper, and we're going to write some single words. Your word is soil. Can you repeat that word? I might say, I will plant a flower in the soil. Tap the sounds that you hear in soil, saying the sounds as you do it, then say the whole word, and then write the word down. And then we'll check your work. Did you spell this one S-O-I-L? If you did, that's right. Now try this one. Loud. Can you repeat that word? I might say the music was too loud. Tap the sounds, say the whole word, and write it down. Did you spell this one L-O-U-D? If you did, that's right. Now try this word, mouth. Can you say that word? This is my mouth. Okay, tap the sounds, say the whole word, and write it down. Did you spell this one M-O-U-T-H? Mouth. If you did, that's right. Okay, teacher, if you have time, you can have the student write some more single words, and if not, then you can move on to the connected text. So let's write some sentences. The teacher will read the 3 sentences, and student, you will choose the 2 that you would like to write. After you write a sentence, make sure you check your work with CHOPS. We've been talking about vowel diphthongs. And here's an example of a vowel diphthong. Student, can you tell your teacher what is the definition of a vowel diphthong? Did you say when 2 vowels are side by side in a word and then they make a brand new sound? It's an unexpected sound? If you did, that's right. This is OO, and OO can make 2 different sounds. Can you tell your teacher the 2 sounds of OO? Did you say oo and If you did, that's right. In this word, what sound is the OO making? Tap and say the word. Did you say this word is to and it's making the oo sound? That's right. If I add a K to the end, then that is something that often changes that sound of OO, and it'll make its second sound. So in that word, what sound is OO making? In this word, it's making so that word is took. In today's lesson, we learned about a new vowel diphthong, and it has 2 sounds, and today we learned about just one of the sounds it makes, and it's called OU. What sound do you know that OU makes? Did you say ow? If you did, that's right. And a very common pattern is OUT. Lots of words end in OUT. So what's that? Tap it and say it. That is out. Great job today. This is Shawna Odette from the Flying Cat Academy.